Welcome to Legendary Chess Academy's Coaches Corner, where we have with us National Master Nathan Hines and myself, Coach Hall. Please, no applause. Here on our Coaches Corner, where it's intended to actually inform wider Jamaica about chess. What does it mean when your child comes to you and say, "Mommy or Daddy, I want to join the chess program at school"? What does that entail? What is expected from you, the parent, and how best can you help them on this wonderful journey embarking on chess?
And for today's episode, we're going to look at chess psychology, and that will be the theme for this month. So, Coach Hall, what is chess psychology for you?
Boy, chess psychology to me really is just being mentally prepared before, during, and after the game. Just trying to make sure you go in there with the right mindset, manage your expectations, and you are able to walk away from the tournament with an appreciation for what you've learned.
Yeah, I agree.
On the topic of psychology, a lot of it has to do with preparation. And fortunately for us, Mr. Hines, you are a well-versed, active player in chess.
Jamaica's Nathan Hines won the nation's first medal in an online chess tournament after grabbing silver in his group.
How do you prepare for those big tournaments coming up? Those tournaments that, where has lots of other masters with high ratings. How do you enter an environment like that and try and maintain the composure, try and, go in there with a positive mindset? I've always known you to be a chill guy. Your composure is to be admired in tournaments, various tournaments. What is your secret? What's your preparation mentally?
Mental preparation. Okay, that's a good question. But I try to stay relaxed before the tournament, and just take time to just recoup and remember everything that you've learned and studied. There's a little technique called tapering that allows you to. Well, the idea is for you to just take a little time off from training. You can still do the little tactics and so forth, but from the heavy training, you kind of relax. You take a step back and you relax. It has worked for me and it's very impactful. During the game though, during the chess game, it can be very stressful, right? But it's important for you to maintain the focus throughout, right? You have to concentrate. And there's this quote that I always remember from Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Yeah. That only through focus you can do world-class things, no matter how capable you are, right? So, I always try to remember that whenever I am, trying to get into what we call the zone.
The zone, some Russian secrets are being shared here.
Yeah, man, but it's really like locking into the board, right? Not getting up, not being distracted by anything. You just have to maintain that total focus at the board so that you're not distracted by any external factors. And after the game, depending on the result, if you lost the game, it's important not to, feel that emotional pressure and, carry that baggage over to your next game. That's what we call emotional leakage, and you don't want to do that. So you have to try to relax. You can do a little workout as well, some push-ups or
Yeah, gym man, you'd say that for sure.
but also very important is for you to rest before and after the game. Rest is very important. So no, staying up playing lead chess, bullet and blitz games. No, you have to ensure you get your 8 hours rest before and after the game.
I hope my students listening. which is slowly bringing us to our next segment. We'll tune in after these messages.
We are located at 94 Hope Road, across from the Campion College, with parking available for all our parents on the ground floor of our high-rise building. Enter the elevator and come up to the first floor. Our office is located at Unit 2 on the right.
All right, welcome back, guys. So we're gonna continue with talking about emotional control during the game. Coach Hall, tell the viewers how you will teach your kids to have that emotional control.
Well, to be honest with you, emotional control it's a very challenging topic because there's no one size that fits all solution. Every kid is different. There is as a coach, there's an individual approach and temperament that you bring to each child. But for me, I find that as a player, everything that I teach kids has really been from my experience.
Yeah.
And I was, believe it or not, I was a table flipper. I was infamous.
I think they remember that incident enough. Yeah, we don't talk about that incident with people were running out to event out of fear because I lost the composure for a brief second there. But you know what? I learned from that. I had ways to grow emotionally, and chess was just a lot more than what we see over the board. It's about your opponent looking at you funny. It's about them trying to get in your head to you pick up your emotion, and you just have to ignore that and have a certain grit, a certain mental fortitude that you just shows your opponent that, listen, I'm here to do business. None of your tricks gonna work. You're here to play me on the board, face to face. And I admit it can be challenging, whether you're in a different country, seeing different players. Sometimes it can all be so much all at once, everything all at once coming at you, and you just have to try and try and get in the zone, as you mentioned earlier. And a few tricks that I teach my kids is well, when you're training, your training environment must match that of your tournament environment. Yeah, nice.
So I don't want to show any clips of me bullying my kids, but in training, it's sort of like it's a balance between healthy coach and student relationship with some boot camp tossed in there to let them know that listen, your opponent is going to try and mess with you.
Yeah.
You need to keep the composure. You need to just make sure that you're unbothered and you can really focus on the board. So just being able to stay in a constant state of being, unbothered by the environment, by your opponent, and just it will get you in the right frame of mind to perform.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of examples in the Grandmaster circle. You can touch on that for us.
Yeah, recently, we saw a very devastating story with one of our greats, Ivan Chok, playing a heated blitz game, if I'm not mistaken, a well blitz, if I'm not mistaken. And he's winning, he has a winning position, but we all struggle with that challenge of converting under pressure. And Ivan Chok was just, under the gun of time trouble, and he collapsed. And we're talking emotionally. This is a 55-year-old grandmaster whose books are written about this man, and it was just really heartbreaking to see that even a veteran like himself can just fall apart emotionally, because it does come with that emotional strain on all of us, believe it or not. Even adults suffer from this from time to time, and it's really something that you just get better at over time, but you'll never truly be perfect.
Yeah.
We can compare that to, on the other end of the spectrum, we have like amazing players like Magnus. We're talking Magnus Carlsen, former world champion Magnus Carlsen.
But didn't Magnus got married recently?
Oh yes, he did. Mags, if you've seen this, big up yourself from Jamaica. We respect you, we rate you above. It's really a blessing to see the chess family grow, not just locally but internationally as well. The next super gym is in the making. Hopefully week. There is a game in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. It was Magnus versus Sergey, and this is a very important build up. The media was hyping up Sergey. He was getting a lot of bad press from the media. Magnus was getting a lot of bad press from the media, and it was Magnus lost a game, and most people don't recover from that type of emotional turmoil. That you're beating up yourself about losing a game, but then the external factors of the journalist saying, "Oh, you go recover from this, and the new superstar is here to take your spot," and it was just really a battering on poor Mags, round after round after round. It was really tough to see him just take the beating from the media, but he was steadfast.
True.
And the year, I hope I'm not mixing up the years, 2016, 2018, one of those years, it was near to the closing where Sergey had that 1 point lead, and he's the only player in recent history that has ever had a 1 point lead against Mags.
Yeah.
And Magnus showed what being a world champion, not just on the board, but his mental fortitude. He showed us what mental fortitude looks like. He was able to wait for his opportunity to strike back, equalize with Sergey, win to playoff. Magnus won.
Yeah. Tremendous.
And it was a spectacle to see that someone who maintained the composure despite the bad press, despite the environment, they overcome. And that's really the lesson that we should take away from that. We should all strive to be like that, where we are so focused on and unbothered to try and get what we're there to, get done, which is to play chess and do it to the best of our abilities. So I hope that shed some light in the area of emotional control for chess. So we quickly want to share with the wider public some of the benefits of playing chess. If you're looking to join chess, here are some reasons why, and these are some transferable skills, some transferable life skills, I'll say, that you can apply to other areas of your life, such as just being able to think quickly under pressure. That's one of those skills that we need to get through life. Some life comes at us fast, unexpected, and we have to react accordingly. And being able to think quickly on your feet is a skill, given this fast-paced era that we're in. To really gain that skill, chess definitely can get you there fast.
That's true. And another one, and I know you'd agree, is to be more of a critical thinker, right? So it helps you to really think about the decisions that you're making on the chessboard, and in life. This will spill over to life. You have to think about what you're going to do, what the repercussions of your actions will be. So it really helps you to think critically.
That's right. So I guess, parents, I hope that is a sell for you on why your child should be doing chess. Join the nearest chess club near you, and
You should join Legendary Chess Academy.
well, yes, for sure. If you're in the area, we'd love to see you come through these doors. And I think we're just going to close with our recaps.
Yeah.
Which is again on mental preparation for tournaments, such as
Yeah, so remember to maintain focus. You have to, keep fit, like physical, do a little physical activities. Ensure that you rest, right? Rest is important. And also, don't carry over any emotions from the previous game. The new game, start refresh and come with your A game.
yeah. And I'll also just add to that by saying, make sure your training conditions just match the environment that you're going to go into. If it's going to be, for example, a heated environment, distracted, although we know sometimes the environment isn't always perfect, you try and replicate those instances at home and get used to them. So when you go to tournaments, you are able to better handle yourself.
Yeah.
So that is all the time we have for Coach's Corner. We are looking forward to seeing you again next week, all our viewers, parents, and players alike. And, just have fun until then.
Take care.
We're all